Who's this?
That's Matt. He's the owner of the magazine. He's also one of our partners on the Cincy Secret Show.
Okay, that's what's up. So, how do people get these magazines?
That's a very good question. Right now, they're a very affordable price of, I believe, around $5. And you can get them directly from Matt or his website.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't had him on the podcast, so I'm not really sure how he technically gets them, but I know that, he has, been the one to primarily run it.
Okay, that's what's up. So how'd you get this?
I bought them. I bought about 4 or 5 copies.
From who?
From Matt at the Cincy show last month.
Okay. Pretty dope little magazine.
Yeah. Have you not seen it before?
No, I've heard of them, but I've never seen one.
Yeah, the graphic design's awesome.
Yeah, we have to get Exquisite in one of these.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been really trying to have Matt and Gravel and Tatum and all those guys that throughout this whole Cincy Secret show mystery, we've really not been able to have any one-on-one meetings. We're just, as individual businesses, we're so busy, so what kind of experience have you had? I know that you come from outside of the hip-hop industry as well. Talk a little bit about, what you've learned outside of the industry that has influenced the way that you operate inside of it.
Well, what I've learned outside of the industry as far as like business and really professionalism and the way you carry yourself, like if you keep everything real professional, people respect you a whole lot more than just some dude who says he's a manager and he can help your career. Faux managers,
faux CEOs. Just because people have the money or just because, they are well connected that, they believe that they can have a vision.
Right. Anybody can sit there and have a vision and think about something. It's just a matter of you handling your business or not, if you're really doing it.
Yeah, and that's what I really recognized about what you were doing and what you're doing for Exquisite. Yeah. And we had him in last week, and that'll be released momentarily as well as this very short podcast from us. But what I typically like doing is asking people, what influenced you to become a manager? In your case, that this isn't just a artist exclusive podcast. I want to talk to people, from all different, parts of it. Yeah. What influenced you to become a manager?
Well, honestly, like I could do the whole rap thing.
You couldn't rap?
I can.
You're just trash. Is that why you're not an artist? Because you're just trash.
I got some bars.
I don't know, man. I've been listening to you for the past 2-3 hours, and it's trash. It's complete trash.
Like I said, I got some bars.
We'll hear that. We'll hear that momentarily as well. But I mean, it is ass. I mean, I've been sitting here for the past 2 hours, and I'm like, man, I need to build a booth so then I can be outside the booth so I don't have to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what
we ain't even gonna get started on your whack ass song, bro.
I'm gonna
We're not even gonna get started on that shit.
Man,
how'd you really go? I can't help that I want the wealth.
No, I can't help it that I want to be this wealthy.
I can't help it. That's even worse.
I can't help it. I want to be this wealthy. Because man, like at the end of the day, like I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy.
Right.
And that. I want to bring people around me that don't just want to be rich. Yeah. That how are we going to be able to build up this city? That we're so divided. We have so many individual studios, so many individual videographers where, I see videographers with $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $10,000 camera rigs. Yeah. Why don't we put all of our brains together, all the cheese, and buy $100,000 camera? Right. And actually shoot something that's going to produce for us, something that people can respect.
Let me tell you why. Everybody wants to do their own thing.
Yeah.
Everybody got egos.
Do you think that's just about Cincinnati?
I mean, honestly, like I've been to a lot of different cities, and it's not like that in other cities. Like
really,
other cities, people come together, but here in Cincinnati, it's like everybody got their big ego trips, and they don't want to work with other people, and they want to take the credit for everything.
That's what I originally wanted to call this podcast, Big Egos Podcast, because I feel like if we can take the negative connotation out of the word ego, then we would be much better off. Yeah. Because ego is something very harmless. Because as an entrepreneur, as an artist, as anyone that owns their own business knows, you have to be self-promoting. And what comes with self-promotion is ego, right? So what I believe is that if the right people can put ego in its right place, rather than looking at it from a negative perspective, people can embrace their ego.
Oh yeah, right? For sure. But it's like people, they'll like you're what you're saying is like have an ego, that's cool, but people take it a little far, like, oh, well, I'm not working with this person because I've been doing it way longer and I'm better. But it's like this person might be able to bring X, Y, and Z to your table that you need for them pieces that you're missing. You don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think there's also a lot of people in the industry that like, oh, so and so robbed me when I was younger at gunpoint, or you know, all kinds of like, you know, more stuff that I've never even something I've never even considered. You know, when you think about it, like it's like all the OGs, like all the, you know, OGs that used to be the OGs in the street are now the OGs in the industry. And then all the OGs don't want to work with each other because they have bad beef from like earlier on. You know, so it's like the hip hop community can't grow together because all the OGs all had bad blood back in the day because they were all their own bosses. Right? So I think that the only way for hip hop to move forward is to have some sort of third party come in, for example, like College Beats, that can integrate things in a way where we can bring, you know, that division together, you know, in a place where people can learn and not feel that their ego is being damaged, you know, like Planet Fitness, right? How it's like, what do they say? They say, you're not judged here. You know, I just need to take like all the promotional material for, Planet Fitness, you know, and I could see having a gym too, you know, in the building, you know, have a full-fledged like, you know, resort type of feel.
That'd be dope. That'd get everybody in shape. Because a lot of motherfuckers, they ain't even in shape to be on the stage, bro. Like I'll be at some stage fucking presence, concerts and shit. Like I can see motherfuckers, they'll be running out of breath, and you can hear it on the mic. They'll be like, bro, like, do you not see that we can see you're out of shape? Like,
wow, that's interesting. And it's like I think that this is going to be something, you know, of an opportunity for us to also chat, but at the same time be recorded so people understand what things are going through our mind, right? And I think that this is a great opportunity for the podcast because I'm not interviewing right now, right? We're just talking about current events. We're talking about different artists that we're working with, which, you know, you can kind of go into a little bit now to talk about your background. What experience have you had with relationships with artists?
I've had good ones. I've had bad ones. I've had decent ones. I got a really good one right now with Exquisite. We've been doing a whole lot of good things. Been making
going out to LA.
LA,
Texas.
Texas. We got Atlanta coming up. We got Miami coming up. But yeah, I've had some bad experiences with artists too, though.
Sure. That you can't really speak on.
It's not that I can. It's just I'd rather not.
Sure.
I try to leave all the negative.
Well, maybe for because I think this is podcast number 11 right now, and then Exquisite will be number 12.
Right.
And that what I basically want to make possible is, I believe Exquisites, you were there for the first one. Right, and that you were able to, you know, kind of explain your relationship, but, you know, on your podcast, talk to me a little bit about you and Exquisite's relationship.
So when me and Exquisite, well, I don't want to say when we first met, we been knew who each other was. Like he knew who I was, I knew who he was. I was managing a group at the time when he was like on the uprise side, and I kind of felt like he needed a manager, but I was already, you know what I'm saying, doing my own little thing. So once that ended, I went ahead and hit him up. What were you doing?
I was managing a group.
I was managing a group already that was already out. It was popping for a while.
Yeah. Well, like a big thing with podcasts is you want to talk slowly, right? So then the time gets built up over time, right? That when you explain things really quickly, then there's not as much content, right? And that you have to explain what you're talking about because not only am I listening to it, but everybody else listening is listening to it, right?
Right.
And so, you were managing a group. What was the group?
Vibes Only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about Vibes Only.
Vibes Only. They're it's two little white kids. They're like 19, 20 years old.
So what is it with you and all these white kids, man?
It's not a bunch. Just Exquisite and Vibes Only. But I mean,
what about you and like white girls? Tell me about that. I know you were rapping about that earlier.
I like
Are you a fan?
Pretty big fan.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
That's the way to go.
Definitely.
Hey, you know what tomorrow is, right?
No.
It's White Girl Wednesday.
White girls only.
It's White Girl Wednesday.
Like big moves only, but white girls only.
White Girl Wednesday.
Yeah. but totally. Man, I don't know. We could talk about the Cincy show a little bit. That's coming up, you know, in the next week or so.
Yeah,
Hope you get invited, man.
Like 428.
Yeah, and I don't really know how much I can talk about it because it's kind of a secret. Yeah. So I know that it's jungle themed.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
So
I'll probably be there. I'll wear some Tarzan shit. I'll just come in my drawers.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I'll come in my drawers and just straight chill.
What would I wear? I mean, you know what I would wear?
What?
I've got like a fishing, like beige fishing shirt or something. That's like really like brown, and I could wear my brown fishing hat. That's like I'm on a safari or something.
Hell yeah.
Or like in the jungle. Like, what are you gonna wear in the jungle?
Or dress like fucking either Kevin Hart or The Rock on Jumanji.
Oh wow.
Dress like one of them.
Well, let me look up on Google. What is this again?
Jungle theme. Yeah, that should be pretty dope though. Shout out to those guys putting together the whole sense.
Well, because I know you were talking about how Gravel was inviting you.
Yeah.
What relationship do you have with Donuts and Alcohol? Big shout out to Donuts and Alcohol.
Oh yeah, shout out to those guys. I don't really know them too well. I've only met them both once, just when we did the Donuts and Alcohol interview with Exquisite.
Sure. How was that?
It was pretty dope. Like we walked in, they had the whole donuts and alcohol thing. It was pretty cool. I like the whole little setup they had going. You can tell they got something going. It's cool.
Cool. You need to explain things much slower, man.
Damn, I'm fast talker.
It's all good, but that's a part of it. You know what I mean? That's a learning experience. You know, like this is all post-production. Like this is all laid back and chill. Yeah. You know, I know it you know, kind of if you want to tell them a little bit how long of a process it is to set up all this stuff. It's a pretty long process. Oh yeah. You know that I tear this thing down and put it up a couple times a day, depending on what we're doing. Yeah. You know, how long of a process is it to set up this set?
I think it took us about 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah, it was about a half hour.
With 2 of us.
Yeah, with the 2 of us. Yeah.
Really, 30 minutes. I thought it was longer than that.
I think it was like, I don't know. You know, you know what I've been doing. My mind isn't all the way clear right now. Shit. And it's like fucking 1 in the morning. I'm tired too.
We're grinding, guys.
I gotta be at the fucking shop in like.
All right. Well, on that note, you know, like I was saying earlier, you're whack, whack bars. We're gonna play a little beat.
Yeah, put a beat on because you tripping.
J-Mel. Let's run it.
Yes. Quick.
Just like I said, J-Mel's College Beats Freestyle. He's on that beat.
Just drop a beat. I don't care what it is. Drop a beat.
College Beats.
Drop a beat.
TP.
Spit. Shit. Yo.
Can't spit.
Let me catch this beat. J-Mel on this bitch one time. College Beats. Shout out to TP. Yo.
He's got that heat.
Rolling my wrist and I might fuck your bitch. Counting all these racks like I just hit a lick. Running all these checks, how I do that shit. Ice on my neck, but the freezing this bitch. Gucci on my belt, buy the necklace for myself. Louis for myself, yeah, Prada for myself. Counting all these blessings and I'm praying for myself. Try to rob me and you gon' need some help. I ain't running shit like Usain Bolt. Bitch come through and she gon' get choked. Hit her from the back while I'm counting all these racks. Pulling on her hair while I'm hitting in the chair. I fucked her in my barber chair. Yeah, that's right, I'm a true player. Don't stick around and I don't care. Still gonna get that mulatto. Got a bad bitch, Amber Rose. Got a white bitch, all she do is coke. Got a black chick, all she do is smoke. Gotta have Joe's, damn. Gotta have goals, you wanna be with me.
What was that? You call those bars?
Hey, I was blowing.
That wasn't very hard.
I was blowing. You want me to spit some more shit?
I don't know, man. I maybe want to give you a card. Maybe with some bars on it, man. Maybe you need to start writing. This freestyle shit isn't for you.
Yo. I can't close my eyes. Too much on my mind.
Whack.
I cannot unwind.
Whack.
I done heard too many lies.
Whack.
On my way too many times.
Whack.
I can't trust advice.
Whack.
When I shut my eyes and all I see is dollar signs.
Whack.
They go switch. Yeah. When I pull up, I don't miss.
Don't miss.
It's all in the wrist. I just take my time and even still I come out strong like every time. I feel I'm destined to be more than what they told me. Don't believe in for that shit, man. I was built. Yeah. Lately I've been working so much overtime. Do we even check the time? Like tell me what I missed. Yeah. Niggas so caught in the mix. I'm just trying to see that million say deposit when they hit. You know it's
legit. I'm TP and I'm from the sticks. I got those bars, are pretty hard, much harder than your bars. Come on, J-Vale. Where's that heat? I'm pretty legit. I'm not gonna quit. I'm from the sticks, like I said. I'm not from the streets. Batavia's where I sleep. Gonna cook that meat, sausage. Bitch, Hungarian sausage. Got that smokehouse.
Batavia's where you sleep. College beats. Batavia's where you sleep. College beats.
Dude, that sucks. Dude, your flow's so whack, man.
Yeah. They ain't said my flow's whack. I guess I just think of being a manager.
I don't know, man. You gotta have that class in your raps.
Yeah.
This is College Beats Freestyle. We're just having a little bit of fun here.
Hell yeah. You already know.
Grinding.
Yeah.
1:10 a.m. in the morning.